Train derail in India's Bihar state kills 7, dozens wounded. And in BPL cricket eliminator round, Chittagong to face Dhaka. Kumilla will meet Rangpur in first qualifier tomorrow. Assalamu alaikum. This is Shibli Noman, welcoming you all to News at 10 on BTV, BTV World and BTV Chattogram Centre.
And I'm Mashrufa Hussain. You've just heard the headlines. Moving on to the details. Describing adulteration of food as one kind of corruption, Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina said this ill practice must be stopped at any cost to save the life of the people. She added, government's drive against the adulteration of food is going on and it will continue. The government don't want the people of the country to be affected by poisoning of food. The Premier was addressing a function as the chief guest on the occasion of the National Food Safety Day 2019 at the Krishibid Institution, Bangladesh, at Farmgate in the capital this morning. She said adulteration of food is an ill practice conducted by bad-charactered people. Nothing else. It must be stopped, she said, adding the people are being seriously affected by consuming the poisonous food. Putting emphasis on creating mass awareness against adulteration of food, the Prime Minister said nobody has any right to destroy the life of the people by cheating with them. Sheikh Hasina said the people must be aware adequately about selling of adulterated and rotten food in hotels, restaurants and shops. Citizens' awareness is very much necessary, and if they are aware about it, nobody will be able to get cheated. She said, adding that the government will do whatever is necessary in this regard. Highlighting her government's strides for ensuring food security for all, the Prime Minister said the aim of the government is to ensure that nobody suffers for food. Food Minister Shadhan Chandra Majumdar, Agriculture Minister Dr. Abdul Razak, Food Secretary Shahabuddin Ahmed and Chairman of Bangladesh Food Safety Authority Mohammad Mahfuzul Haq spoke at the occasion. Later, the Prime Minister visited different stalls. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has given 25 lakh taka as financial assistance for the treatment of ailing music director and musician Alauddin Ali. The Prime Minister handed over a cheque of the amount to wife of Alauddin Ali at Ganabhavan today. During this time, Sheikh Hasina also gave cheques of financial assistance for meeting treatment expenditure of 5 more ailing people. Education Minister Dr. Deepu Moni has said the government is planning to enact separate salary structure for the teachers in order to draw attraction of meritorious students to the teaching profession. She said this while replying to a question in the question-answer session in the Parliament today. Earlier, the sitting of the House resumed in the afternoon with Speaker Dr. Shirin Sharmin Chaudhary in the chair. In response to a question, Dr. Deepu Moni told the House that the government has already extended various facilities, including raising financial benefits for the teachers. Replying to another question, Education Minister told the Parliament that action would be taken against persons involved in supplying wrong question papers in the SSC and equivalent examinations. She said an inquiry body has been formed to investigate the matter. In response to a question, Housing and Public Works Minister S.M. Rizal Karim told the House that Rajdhani Unnayan Kortripokho, Rajuk, has decided to construct flyover from Shantinagar to Mawa Road at Jhilmil Housing Project by 2022 under the public-private partnership method. Responding to a question, State Minister for Primary and Mass Education, Zakir Hussain, told the Jatiya Sanshad that there are 1,73,38,100 students from class 1 to class 5 in the primary schools of the country. He said a total of 1,34,147 primary schools exist as per census across the country. Meanwhile, Chief Whip Noor Alam Chaudhry moved Thanksgiving motion on the President's speech in the Parliament today. Later, a general discussion was held on the Thanksgiving motion on President's speech. The session of the House will resume in the afternoon tomorrow.
The election for reserved women seats of the 11th Jatiya Sanshad will be held on March 4. Election Commission EC Secretary Helaluddin Ahmed announced the election's schedule at a press conference at Nirwachan Bhavan in Dhaka today. As per the schedule, the last date for submission of nomination paper is February 11 next, and the scrutiny of nomination paper is on February 12. The deadline for withdrawal of candidature is February 16. The Election Commission has also decided that the upcoming Upazila Parishad election will be held in 5 phases, while the first phase of the poll will be started at 87 Upazilas under 4 districts on March 10. The last date for submission of nomination paper is February 11, while withdrawal of the candidature is February 19. Chairperson of National Advisory Committee on Autism and daughter of Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, Saima Wazid Hussain, has stressed higher training for persons engaged in solving and educating people with mental health problems. She made the call at the Views Exchange meeting on National Mental Health Program at the Secretariat today. Health and Family Welfare Minister Jahid Malik, State Minister Dr. Muhammad Murad Hussain, Secretary Health and Family Welfare Division GM Salauddin, Secretary Health Services Muhammad Asadul Islam, and high officials of the ministry were present. Chairperson of National Advisory Committee on Autism, Saima Wazid Hussain, underscored the need for international standard training for countries' doctors engaged in the treatment of the patients having problems of mental health. Bisho Ijtima will be held from 15 to 17 February in a fair and peaceful manner. Home Minister Asaduzzaman Khan Kamal told this emerging from a meeting about the law and order situation of Ijtima at the Secretariat today. Liberation War Affairs Minister A.K. Muzammil Haq, State Minister for Religious Affairs Sheikh Muhammad Abdullah, State Minister for Youth and Sports Jahid Ahsan, and high officials of law enforcement agencies were present in the meeting. Home Minister said there is no more conflict between the two rival groups, and he hoped that the Ijtima will be held peacefully. Information Minister Dr. Hassan Mahmood has said Bangladesh Television Chattogram Center will be transformed to a terrestrial broadcasting station next year. He informed this during a View Exchange meeting with the officers and staff of Bangladesh Television at the BTV Auditorium today. The minister said electronics and online media spread widely under the leadership of Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. Dr. Hassan Mahmood visited BTV for the first time today after taking responsibility of Information Ministry. He disclosed various plans of the government for further upgradation of Bangladesh Television. The Information Minister emphasized on making programs for recreation guided by the national and social responsibilities. Information Secretary Abdul Malik and Director General of Bangladesh Television S.M. Harun al-Rashid spoke on the occasion. During the visit, Dr. Hassan Mahmood inaugurated a newly built digital studio for BTV World and visited several establishments at the BTV Bhavan. Information Secretary Abdul Malik accompanied with the minister during the visit. Later, the Information Minister attended a meeting with the high officials of Bangladesh Television.
Now, international news. At least 7 people have died and 36 injured after a Delhi-bound train derailed early morning today in Bihar's Vaishali district, about 30 kilometers from Patna. 11 coaches of Simanchal Express came off the tracks near Shahadai Buzurg early today. The superfast train from Jogbani in Bihar to Delhi's Anand Vihar terminal was running at 55 kilometers an hour when the accident took place, officials said. 3 of the coaches overturned and the high force of the impact destroyed them completely. 2 teams of the National Disaster Response Force reached the spot, a railway official said. At least 11 people, including 4 children, were killed when a war-damaged apartment block collapsed in the city of Aleppo. A child was the only survivor from the collapse in the formerly rebel-held area of Salahuddin, which was bombed by Syria and Russia before being retaken. Residents have been eking out a living in ruins across Syria, with little rebuilding taking place. Syria's authorities have so far focused their efforts on basic infrastructure. UN satellite data from 2017 suggested that more than 35,000 structures in the city had suffered damage. Theresa May has said she's determined to deliver Brexit on time ahead of talks on the Irish backstop. Writing in the Sunday Telegraph, the Prime Minister said she would return to Brussels with a fresh mandate, new ideas and a renewed determination. MPs have voted to seek an alternative arrangement to guarantee the Northern Ireland border stays open after Brexit. But the Irish Deputy Prime Minister, Simon Coveney, has said there are no credible alternative arrangements to the proposal.
A total of 560 model mosques and Islamic Cultural Center will be set up at the Upazila and district level across the country. A memorandum of understanding MOU was signed today regarding the usage of land between local government division and religious affairs ministry. 162 model mosques will be built in the first phase and the rest mosques and cultural centers will be established by towns. LGRD Minister Muhammad Tajul Islam, State Minister for Religious Affairs Sheikh Muhammad Abdullah, Religious Affairs Secretary Muhammad Anisur Rahman were present among others, while LGRD Senior Secretary SM Ghulam Farooq chaired the function. Bangladesh is performing well and is on the track towards attaining many targets of the Sustainable Development Goals SDGs. Planning Minister M.A. Mannan said this while speaking at a Sustainable Development Goals Bangladesh Progress Report 2018 launching ceremony in Dhaka today. Dr. Mushir Rahman underscored the need for utilizing more huge foreign aid now in the pipeline by further enhancing the utilizing capacity of the executing agencies. Planning Minister M.A. Mannan said, although Bangladesh is performing well in attaining many targets of the SDGs, there is no room for complacency. Bangladesh has a long way to go to achieve the SDGs, he added. Prime Minister Principal Secretary Muhammad Najibur Rahman said Bangladesh is fully committed to achieve the SDGs. Among economists, Dr. Wahiduddin Mahmood and General Economics Division member of Planning Commission, Dr. Shamsul Alam spoke at the program.
Now news on sports. Dhaka Dynamites will take on Chittagong Vikings in the eliminator match of BPL cricket tomorrow in Mirpur. The match will start at 1:30 p.m. On the other hand, Rangpur Riders will face Kumilla Victorians in the first qualifier match tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. India beat host New Zealand by 35 runs in the last ODI and won the 5-match series by 4-1 in Wellington today. India batted first and scored 252 runs for all in 49 overs, 5 balls. Ambati Rayudu scored 90 runs for India. In reply, New Zealand managed to score 217 runs for all in 44 overs, 1 ball. James Neesham scored 44 runs for the Kiwis. Rayudu was adjudged man of the match while Mohammad Shami was adjudged Man of the Series. The third Women Rugby Championship will kick off at Sultana Kamal Sports Complex in the capital tomorrow. A press conference was held at the Bangabandhu National Stadium to inform details of the tournament today. Executive of the patron organization FM Iqbal bin Anwar, President of Bangladesh Rugby Federation Abdullah Al Zahir and General Secretary Masoom Ali were present on the occasion. A total of 13 teams are taking part in the competition. And now to end the bulletin, a repeat of the top stories. Drive against food adulteration to continue, says Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina at National Food Safety Day program. Government planning to create separate pay structure for teachers, Education Minister tells Parliament. Voting in reserved women's seat of 11th Parliament on 4th March. Polling in 87 Upajala Porishad on 10th March as EC announces schedule. Bangladesh Television Chattogram station to start terrestrial broadcasting from next year, affirms Information Minister Dr. Hassan Mahmood. Train derailment in India's Bihar state kills 7, dozens wounded. And in BPL cricket eliminator round, Chittagong to face Dhaka, Kumilla will meet Rangpur in first qualifier tomorrow.
That's all from the newsroom for the moment. Thank you for staying with us, and we invite you to watch our 11:30 Bangla News. Until then, Khuda Hafiz.
Khuda.